Hi, today I'm going to show you my favourite makeup products at the moment that are under a fiver or around the £5 mark. I haven't actually looked up the prices, so I am guessing all of these products are under £5, but I'll have a look and I'll pop all the links to all the products that, if I can find them, in the description box below along with the prices, so fingers crossed that they all come up under £5. I've came up with sort of like a makeup bag with products that are all around under £5, just to try and make sure that I kind of tick all the boxes, because I don't know, you know, you might be looking for something in particular, and I can kind of show you how you can create like a makeup routine using all of these products. So I'll start from the beginning of the makeup routine. Primer. This one by W7 is their Makeup Ready Primer. It's a silicone based primer and it kind of does what it says in the tin. If you have sort of bumpy skin, large pores, anything that could kind of make your makeup not sit properly, you know, you need a smooth surface basically. That is why skincare is so important. And that, I think if you have good skincare, you shouldn't really need a primer unless you need to sort of fill in, don't know, lines. If you have maybe wrinkles, scars, whatever, primer is really good for that. So I would say this one kind of does what you need it to. The next step would be foundation. I have recently come across this one by Collection. It is their Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Foundation. Now, foundation, I would say, is something you probably, I don't think you need to splurge in it, because I think this one is a good foundation if you like full coverage. It is really hard. I struggle to find a high coverage foundation on the high street. And I think this one really is a full coverage foundation. I'll kind of just swatch in the back of my hand so you can see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but basically it does cover everything. It is very thick. Now, I would say it is quite matte. I don't like a matte foundation. I never have. I probably never will. That's just personal preference, you know, some people do. But yeah, I think if you really are on a budget and you're looking for a high coverage foundation, then this one will do the trick. So the next thing you need after foundation is concealer, and although I think this one is new in this foundation is new in the market, this one is kind of like an oldie. I've been using it for a long time anyway. It is the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer, and I've got this quite a few times now, and it is a very sort of, it's a thicker concealer. I use it for under eye brightening, to be honest. I wouldn't really tend to use it as to conceal spot, but you could. Especially if you're using that foundation, I think this would probably be perfect for that. But I don't tend to get spots, so in my colouring, because I use sort of higher, fuller coverage foundation, I don't really need to conceal, you know, dark areas or spots or things, because the foundation kind of does it for me. So I use this for under eye brightening, and it's great. I'm also a big fan of the NARS creamy concealer, but that's obviously very expensive as well, so I would say this is a good one. If you don't have the budget for the NARS, I would get this one instead. I spoke about this one in my August favourites, and I am a big fan of Laura Mercier, her setting powders, but she is obviously, you know, it's a bit of a splurge for some people. She's sort of more of a, I would say, a higher end brand of makeup, but this one by Maybelline is amazing. Now, I forgot to take my setting powder when I went away not long ago, and I ran into Tesco, so this is one that you could pick up from like the chemist or the drugstore, or even, well, I picked it up in Tesco. It's by Maybelline. It is their Master Fix setting powder. Looks like that. It is really finely milled. It only cost around about a fiver. Like I said, that's why it's in this video. So it's really good value for money, and if you're on a budget, I would say this is a really good dupe for the Laura Mercier setting powder. Now, for contouring, I love the Max Factor Pan Sticks. They look like that. Basically, you just put this where you want to contour, on your nose, forehead, cheekbones, whatever. They are really good value for money. Contouring is huge right now, I'm sure everyone agrees. And yeah, this is brilliant, and it kind of sort of stays put. I find it quite easy to blend as well. Yeah, this is a great one. I'll let you see what it looks like on the back of my hand. So you can see, like, the colour is not too dramatic. I've obviously picked this colour to match my skin tone, and it blends really easily for the price of it. So yeah, I would say for contouring, that's a good one. Blush, the NYX, what's this one called? High Definition Blush. I've got this in a few different colours. This one is Deep Plum, and they're great. The pigment on this blush is really good. You can see that in the back of my hand there. Yeah, this is a Deep Plum. I would say it looks quite dark actually, but when you put it on, it's not as severe. But then I quite like that, because a blush, you don't really want to be too severe. But yeah, this is a really good one. Everyone loves a bit of highlight. This is an amazing one. This is by MUA. Now, MUA are a really good brand of makeup. MUA is sold in Superdrug, and it's a really good affordable makeup brand. And this is their highlight that I like. It is a shimmer highlight called Undress Your Skin. Now, this colour is not actually my favourite. This is Pink Shimmer. I'll try and open it. You can kind of see it in the back of my hand there. It's probably not showing up that great, to be honest, so that's why this one isn't my favourite. But I'll see if I can find. The reason I haven't shown you this one is because it is broken, but this is what the sort of packaging looks like. But this is the iridescent gold. Now, if you have darker skin, this will not, look at that. This will not look good on your skin at all. I find a lot of people nowadays are choosing a highlight that is too light for their skin, but if you are wanting a dramatic highlight and that's what you like, then this one, the pigmentation is pretty good for the price of it. I think this is like £3 or something silly like that. It's really cheap. So this is a good one if you have lighter skin. I'll go into eyes next. So eyeliners, it kind of depends on where you want to put it, what you're wanting to do, what sort of look you're wanting to create. So I've got a couple for you. The NYC liquid eyeliner is brilliant for a liquid eyeliner. It has a very sort of thin brush, if you can see that. There we go. You can kind of like mould it against the tube to kind of get the thickness you want, so it's quite good for that. This is a really good one. And for a kohl liner, which I kind of use every day in my waterline, this one is the Scandalise by Rimmel, but you wouldn't really know because it is so well used, as you can see. But yeah, this is a really good, it says it's waterproof. Don't know if it's waterproof, I'm not really sure. I don't tend to get my eyes wet, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, this is a really good affordable kohl liner just for sort of everyday wear. Now, where would we be without mascara? I have a few to choose from. These are my favourites. The first one is the L'Oreal Voluminize Extra Black Mascara. And that is what the brush looks like. It's like a sort of fatter brush, I would say. Yeah, this is just a good black mascara. I actually heard that Kim Kardashian's makeup artist uses this on her, and yeah, this is kind of like a golden oldie as well. This is a feel-safe. So yeah, this is a good one. The next one is brilliant. I would say this is probably one of my favourite mascaras. Now this one's by 17. The packaging looks like this, just so you know if you want to buy it. It's called False Eye HD mascara. Now this one is still in the box because I chose brown instead of black. Now I don't know who would want to wear, maybe you would want to wear brown if you're wanting sort of a more natural look, but I always use black mascara. So this is what the one looks like. It's smaller, sort of bendy plastic bristles, so you really can manipulate each lash. This is brilliant. I would say it's probably one of my favourite mascaras. This is a great one for kind of combing through your lashes to separate them after you've maybe put on, if you do like to use a couple of different mascaras to kind of layer it up, you could maybe use one to kind of create more sort of volume in your lashes, like a heavier one, and then comb this through, and it just gives them so much length and separation, and your lashes will look beautiful after using this one. But try and pick up a black, not a brown. And finally, this one by CoverGirl. It is quite hard to get in the UK, but yeah, the comb is much and such the same as the 17 one, and it does pretty much the same job. So yeah, you could kind of go between the two of these. They're pretty much very similar and they're both excellent. Brows are so important. They frame your face, so even if you do have dark brows, I would make sure you look after them, you know, get them taken care of quite regularly and brush them through each morning. Even if you just use you know, like a spoolie, you could just brush through them and make sure they're tamed, because they really do frame your face. But if you're like me, you need to kind of define them a little bit more. This palette is excellent. It's the MUA, the Makeup Academy. It's a bit, there we go, Pro Brow palette. Now I use this all the time, pretty much. I kind of go between this and sort of Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So there's a couple of different things I do like to use. It just kind of depends what look I'm going for. If you really want a defined brow though, this palette is excellent. Oh, by the way, the concealer that I mentioned can be used as an eyeshadow primer as well. Just make sure maybe you could use the setting powder to set it, and then you're good to go. But yeah, this, I would never touch this. If you want to kind of sculpt your brows, I'd recommend just using a concealer. But you've got your wax here, so yeah, the wax kind of like, it would hold your brows in shape and kind of makes the product stick. And what I tend to use the brown, this is the dark, they do have a couple of different colours. This is the dark palette, so I would kind of stick to using this one. But yeah, this is a really good eyeshadow palette. Even, I don't know, if you are a bit snobbish when it comes to makeup, this is something not to be snobbish about, because it can really define your brows like really nicely. So yeah, that's a good one. Okay, lips. I would say one of my favourite brands for lip liners is Kiko. They do amazing lip liners. Now, obviously I can't really recommend a colour because it depends what colour you like, but I would just say for the money, I would pick Kiko. Now this is a couple of different ones they do. This is the crayon, the fine art lip pencil, and this one is the smart lip pencil, and you can just see the colour of those. Beautiful. They glide on perfectly. They're very creamy, which is what I like. They glide on perfectly. They're really good to work with, and yeah, that's Kiko. Lipsticks are a funny one because it's something you kind of always need to apply throughout the day. They won't ever kind of stay there the whole day. So you could probably save your money on lipsticks. If I was to pick one makeup product that I would save money on, it would be lipsticks, because you have to reapply them anyway. So there are 1,000,001 different amazing brands of lipsticks. I really like the Rimmel ones. Max Factor do a lot of good ones. A couple of ones I quite like for under £5 is the MUA, what's this one called? It's the matte. I don't tend to like matte lipsticks, but this one isn't too dry and really, so I'll let it off. This is one by NYX as well. It's really creamy, this one. And this is the NYX, what's it called? Lip Smacking Fun Colours. I don't think you can really go wrong with lipsticks. I just think it's more about the colour. I do know some tend to bleed a bit more than others, but you just kind of have to play around with that yourself. But those are a couple that are under a fiver, which is ones that I like. So if you like lip gloss, then this one is brilliant. It is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss. See if you can see that there. It is a thicker lip gloss. There we go. And you can kind of use this if you put lip liner on. You can kind of like fade it in, and I can kind of show you how to do it in another video, and just use this really because the colour is there. You know, it's quite an intense colour. I love this lip gloss, it's brilliant, and a little goes a long way in this one. And the applicator, it's a really nice, easy to use applicator as well. That's what it looks like. So for a good lip gloss, I would stick to this one. Now, eyeshadows. My favourite eyeshadows are kind of by Makeup Geek. They tend to be one of my favourite brands for eyeshadows. Now, technically they are under £5, but that is for a single pan, and I can't imagine a lot of people, you know, would find that reasonable, especially if you wanted a selection of different colours. This one I think is over £5. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it's the Revolution Fortune Favours the Brave eyeshadow palette. The pigmentation is really good, and the fallout isn't too bad at all really for the price. Pick a couple of different colours so I can show you. Now it's got a mixture of shimmery sort of colours and matte colours. Look at my hand now. So yeah, this is a really good one for the price. I know it's not under £5, but it is kind of really hard to find a palette that I think is really good. The fallout is, you know, fallout's a big annoyance for me. I hate eyeshadows that fall out, so yeah, I kind of cheated on that one, but that's a good one. Finally, to finish your makeup, a good setting spray. But I would say if you have a really good skincare routine, a good application, you set your makeup, you shouldn't really need a setting spray. It just kind of gives you a little bit of insurance, I suppose, for your skin. Nowadays, like I said, makeup is designed to last a long time. It isn't like the olden days makeup. So this is a good one by MUA. It's a Pro Base fixing spray. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see, it's just a spray. The smell is kind of non-offensive. Yeah, it's a good one for the money. I don't know, some of you might know, I am actually a qualified makeup artist. I did my training down in London, and makeup is kind of a passion for me. It's makeup and beauty and all that sort of thing is a big passion for me. So yeah, I will be doing a few more of these videos. I just find them really fun, and it's kind of what I've got a passion for. I love trying different products. I love finding out about like new skincare ranges that are out, or you know, different treatments you can get, all that good stuff. So I can be your guinea pig and let you know kind of what I enjoy using. So I really hope you enjoy it. You know, this is my channel, so I kind of want to speak about, you know, what I'm passionate about as well. So I really hope you enjoy it. Also, please stay tuned, because I am starting sort of like a quick hair and makeup series sort of like 5-minute makeups and head ups, just because I am a busy mum. I don't have all the time in the world anymore, and I still want to kind of look like I've made an effort and look presentable. So I will be sharing some of my, you know, makeup looks and hairstyles that you can kind of do to kind of look good, but or look like you've made an effort, but you haven't really. It's taking you like 5 minutes. So stay tuned for that, because that'll be coming really soon. So please give it a like if you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.